Oil prices spiked and stock markets opened lower on Friday, January 3, 2020, after a U.S. airstrike killed Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani, head of the elite Quds forces, in a major escalation of hostility between Washington and Tehran. Brent crude rose 3.8% to $68.87 on that day. For analysts, in the immediate aftermath of the strike, a sustained rise in oil prices would have pushed up prices for consumers at the pumps and increased cost for businesses. A week after the killing of the Iranian general, oil prices, contrary to expectations, have tumbled to around $65.48 a barrel after President Donald Trump signaled tensions with Iran are easing, reducing fears of a deeper conflict between the two nations. But speaking to Citi Business News on the evolving situation, convener of COPEC, Duncan Amwa, said hedging of oil prices should be a priority of government in order to protect Ghanaians from any fuel price hikes at the pumps.
We believe strongly that policy would have to cater for now and the future. It is incumbent on those in authority now to gauge what is happening in the Gulf region. Mind you, Iran, who has been attacked, they control the Strait of Hormuz. That is a route that you cannot do without. As far as the world's oil production and transportation, almost 60% of what the world's production is goes through the straits. If Iran decides to block the straits, expect crude prices, expect fuel prices to double. So what should government do at this point? Government would need to plan ahead and say that, look, we may decide to hedge at this point. Let's do a +5 so that if things do escalate, we may still get our supplies, but they don't need to double. Government should be able to put in place a certain plan, a forecastable plan that says that things could degenerate in the Gulf, but we will mitigate it with this measure. If we don't put in any plans strategic and we only sit and observe and do the price taking bit, whatever happens on the international market, we pay for it in Ghana. We may be in for some very tricky, dangerous times. So we would expect those in authority now to start thinking out the box. If hedging would be a very useful thing, please go for it now before things escalate at a point and then prices may end up doubling or even tripling, and Ghanaians will now have to come back and be paying about 30 cedis per gallon.
Duncan Amwa further highlights the impact on other parts of the Ghanaian economy if oil prices increase without any protectionist strategy from government.
That will be too much on the economy, and the hit it also gives industries, it gives individuals, it gives the trotro drivers, it gives everybody. It's not something that government itself can afford. So government would need to plan ahead, gauge what is happening in the Middle East, and put in a certain measure that can mitigate whatever the outcomes are. It still looks quite fluid, and it could go either way. What I'm hearing from Iran, they will probably want to retaliate. And I do not think any instability in the Gulf region will bring fuel prices down. Rather, it will go up, and as a price taker, we may be forced to pay what, the Gulf instability is throwing at us. Government would need to plan ahead, if you ask me.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our Citi TV YouTube channel for more videos on the Business Dashboard.
Tune in and stay updated on the key business news stories of the day with Business Dashboard every weekday at 7 p.m. only on Citi TV.